it's Jill. I'm here filming my first video today. A couple of weeks ago I posted a time lapse of myself doing my face makeup on Instagram. And I had some requests of people saying they didn't know how to do that, they needed some help, so I thought I would slow it down for you guys today and give you kind of a step-by-step tutorial on what I do on a day-to-day, not like let's be honest, I do full coverage every day, but a little bit more natural, a little bit easier, quicker. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I do is prep my skin. So I've washed my face and I've applied the Clinique Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer. This is really great for oily skin. I don't know what it's like on dry skin, but it really smooths out my face, gives a little more of a smoother finish, like it kind of fills in your pores a touch. It's really good. I also use the Purlisse Blue Lotus Eye Serum. I love this stuff. I love using eye creams. It makes such a difference with your concealer. And of course I prime my face and I've used the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Refining Primer. I have been just trying this out and I actually really like it. I do prefer my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Smoothing Primer, but as you can see, I'm like dry. I'm right out. So that's what I've used to prep my face. So because in that little Instagram video, I used the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I freaking love this stuff. It is so great. So I'm just going to pump 2 pumps onto my hand. Take my Morphe M439 Kabuki brush. This is the best foundation brush. And I'm just going to buff that into the skin. So as you can see, it has good coverage, but you can still see your skin underneath, which is nice. It's not so full coverage that it kind of completely covers up your face and your skin can't breathe and it looks like you're wearing foundation. This is much more of a natural finish, which I like for every day. Like, let's be honest, I love a cake face probably more than the normal human. I don't know what it is, but for a long time up until recently, I've really struggled with my skin. And I was very self-conscious about it. It's been a lot better recently, over the past few months, which is so nice because I'm not wearing as much makeup, which means that it's not clogging into my skin quite as much, which I think is helping. Just drag it down the neck. Try not to paint your choker. And then I will just take a beauty sponge. This is by Morphe. And just pounce it all over, picking up any excess product. Next step is concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. Everybody loves this. I've never heard anything bad about it. It's so good. You should definitely try it if you can get your hands on it because it is sold out all the time. So I use a pretty generous amount under my eyes because you gotta cover up those circles, you know. A little stripe down the nose, a little bit on the chin, and a little bit in the middle of the forehead. And then take your beauty sponge or your beauty blender or whatever you like to use and just pounce that in. The good thing about the beauty blender is it will pick up any excess product and basically make it pretty much impossible for you to look cakey, which is really nice. Unless that's the look you're going for. I don't judge. I don't know about you guys, but I always do a weird thing with my hand. I literally am Ricky Bobby when I do my concealer. Okay. So make sure you set that down right away to avoid any creasing. I'm going to use my Morphe E48 brush and my Kat Von D translucent powder and just look up and set right underneath the eye. Make make sure not to swipe this product because you'll just move around all that blending you did with your concealer. You'll just drag it across your face. And okay, I'm going to take this powder again and set my whole face. Taking a pretty generous amount. Again, I like to kind of tap it in first, and then I'll move it around, just to ensure that the foundation or the concealer or whatever is set in place, and then kind of dust off the excess product. I do a pretty generous powder application because I am so oily. I know I've told you guys that 1,000 times, but my skin is so oily by the end of the day, it's like I'm a slick Rick. I look like a grease monkey. So I like to apply lots of powder so that doesn't happen. And now I'm going to take my, this is my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight Palette. These shades are beautiful. I love them so much. I'm going to use the contour shade and just try and find some cheekbones in here. That down the jaw, just around the temples. Even though I have a small forehead, I feel uncomfortable when I don't have any sort of bronzer or contour shade on my forehead. I'm not sure why, but usually you would sculpt the temples to make your forehead appear smaller, but I do it anyways. And this is the MAC Studio Care Blend Pressed Powder. I got this from a girlfriend the other day. She stopped using it, and it's in the shade Dark. If you have texture or blemishes on your cheeks, which I do a lot of the time, this is nice because it actually provides a little bit of coverage as well as bronzing you and making you look sun-kissed. So I take that on my MAC 135. This is the best bronzer brush. By the way, my brushes are filthy. I apologize. I just kind of put that in the same spots. I'm going to take my Tarte blush in the shade Royal. These blushes are to die for. They are so amazing. Very neutral, nude, light blush. Just adds a little flush on the cheeks. Sometimes I find these blushes can be a little bit hard to pick up pigmentation depending on the brush that you're using. But if you like a natural, soft looking blush, these are really nice. Okay, so for highlight, I'm going to use my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight. This is so beautiful, this highlight. The packaging is like extremely basic, which usually I like really nice packaging. But hey, if the product is good. So I'm just going to focus that on the top of my cheekbones. I like to drag it down a little bit and onto the tops of my cheeks, right where my blush is. Sometimes I'll take a little bit and just drag it above my brow. Not too much because, again, I'm oily. But if you have drier skin, it's nice to highlight kind of, not your whole face, but quite a bit so you look nice and dewy. Cupid's bow. A little bit on my chin. Maybe hit that brow bone just one time. And I'm just going to finish my lower lash line quick. This is my favorite bottom lash mascara. It's the Extended Play Giga Black Lash, which is just a ridiculous name. I'm going to use my Candy K lip liner, Shocker, Betty Crocker. Look at this little nub. So good. And on top of that, I'm going to put on this Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. Oh. In the shade Vintage. is a step I never miss, or if I do, I regret it, because it honestly makes the biggest difference I find in the longevity of my makeup. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Doesn't necessarily have to be this setting spray. This one I find though does have the longest lasting power. So I just spray that on my face. It also really sets your powders in, makes it look a little less powdery. And yeah. So there you go, guys. I hope that step-by-step really helped you or gave you maybe at least one tip. And yeah, let me know what you'd like to see from me. If you want to see more tutorials, maybe some eye makeup tutorials, or favorites, or anything. I'm up for anything. Let me know. Yeah, I hope you liked this video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see anything more. Thanks. Bye. Which I do a lot. Get down. Get down. And just blend everything.